Guys, I got a text from Oye yesterday, and this is what it said. Did I hear you ask, who is Oye? Good question. Let me start by painting that scenario of somebody who is drowning, can't swim, falls into a deep river, and is grabbing at everything, just to stay afloat, and he sees a straw passing. He grabs at that straw, with that expression, grabbing at straws. So yes, Oye was one of the straws I was grabbing at after I had failed the exam 3 times and I was facing my 4th CSA attempt. I had 2 problems at this point. Okay, I told you about the first one already. That feeling of impending doom. The second one was I had nobody to practice with. It was just me. Well, me and Bolu. But, somebody professional, to kind of rub minds with. And, because if you remember at this time, to be honest, I was avoiding friends and family. I just didn't want anybody feeling sorry for me. I didn't want to have to keep explaining that I failed again. All the yeah, sorry, Bele, we're really sorry to hear that, please. And to be honest, I even felt sorry for my family members and friends as well, the fact that they had to keep, dealing with this failure, anyways. So yes, back to that very good question you asked, who is Oye? So, well, yeah, Oye was one of my classmates in UCH, that's medical school, but he's been in the UK, he's been a GP partner for maybe 1,000 years or something, so, all those years I spent roaming around doing medical registrar and all that and all this, he had already dug into GP training. So, Oye was one of the straws that I was grabbing at, okay? And I just called Oye and I said, guy, please, I know you yourself might not have time for me, but I'm stranded. I need somebody to practice with. And I know you're a GP trainer, so I suspect you probably have, a few trainees that you're mentoring that might also be looking for somebody to practice with. And I said, please just introduce me to 1 or 2, please. And he said, oh yeah, I can do that, but I think I might even have something better for you. And then he said, how about BIOLA? And I thought, BIOLA, by this time I was thinking, your wife, BIOLA, how is she? Has she gone? How is she getting along with the training and things? BIOLA also got into GP training, and I had no idea she had got to the point where she was doing the CSA yet, this is what happens to you when, you've been in the training for 6 years. People that, started long after you have caught up with you, and now you're, having them as an option to practice with. Anyway, so BIOLA, so he said, that BIOLA is about to sit the CSA as well, and she's kind of, also practicing with people. I said, oh, please hook me up straight away. Right, so we arranged a meeting. I spoke with BIOLA. We started practicing. By the time we had done the first series of meetings, I knew I had hit on a winner. Her knowledge of the theory and guidelines was spot on. And more importantly, her network. Oh my gosh. Her network was immense. She had contacts, people she was practicing with from Monday, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, in different corners of the country. This was the biggest thing that she did for me, really introducing me to this network. It was also from her that I learned about this Aman Arora's Facebook group, where he at least at that time, I don't know about now, but at that time he had these groups for each set. So if you were the October CSA set, there was a group on Aman Arora's Facebook page for you. So you'd go into the group, with questions about your forthcoming exams, and also with being able to put things up like, is anybody free to practice, and with BIOLA, with that group, slowly I built up my own network, and you know what, at a point I couldn't complain of not having enough people to practice with. So you know, by the time I finally passed the exam, you know, most of the people that I was practicing with, I mean, they were all online, you know. Most of them, they were either people I met through BIOLA and this Amana Aurora group, or they were people I met through the Matt Smith course. Anyhow, fast forward to when we finally did the exam in October of 2018. That's the one I eventually passed. Unfortunately, BIOLA didn't pass. I was so sad for her, and you know how it is, you know, you can't really tell what you did right or you could have done better. You can't tell from practice, you know, who is going to perform well on the day. You can't reassure yourself that because somebody didn't do so well during practice, they won't do well on the day of the exam itself. I mean, BIOLA did mention to me though that, you know, she also kind of sometimes got a bit anxious on the day of the exam, which made her act differently on the day from what she would have done normally in practice or even in surgery, you know what I'm saying? So you found that this RCA, which she eventually passed, kind of minimizes that weakness and kind of enhances her strength as well. So you can imagine my joy today when we finally spoke and she confirmed the news. So this particular video is dedicated to you, BIOLA, because yes, everybody get your glass of palm wine. If you don't know what that is, Google it. Right. So yeah, this is to you. You were one of my helpers. You were an asset to me. I know you will be an asset to the NHS. You know, nobody deserves this success more than you. Here's to you, BIOLA, and to a bright future. And here's to you, Oye. Congratulations once again.